Congratulations! It's your boy Hentai Guy back with another video. And I guess YouTube has recognized that I am an OG YouTuber, and they have, wanted me to participate in this thing that YouTube does. I guess I'm not gonna do it, but it's for YouTube creators. So, I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. But congratulations. You guys, as you can see, have passed the view goal. But now I'm going to have to make it a little harder. I'm going to need 750 by the time I do my next video. And that is tomorrow. If you want to see the next part of this, you got to get 750. And that's that. So, this video is what if Deku and Toga were bound by fate. Part 4, I think. Probably part 4. But, and you guys, sad to say, have failed the 2,000 view goal. But let's not talk about that, because this channel, we don't discuss failure. We discussed hentai, basically, and what ifs in anime. I just came to vibe with you all. That's it. So, yeah. Alright. So we last left off on a major cliffhanger. I asked you guys, who do you think that the little girl was that Toga walked out of the house with? And a lot of you had some sick, twisted ideas. A lot of you have said that maybe the kid, the little girl that she walked out with, is the kid between Toga's dad and Toga. Which, I know this what if is a little dark at times, but it's not like that. Come on now. And then, a lot of you have said that it's, Eri, which Eri doesn't have blonde hair. So that could only leave one more solution. If you look up Toga's sisters, it said, if you look up Toga's family, it would say that, it says that Toga is the eldest child, therefore implying that she has sisters or brothers, but we just don't know yet. So, we are going to make a new character. Now, this character's name, this is going to be Toga's sister. Her name is Rinko Toga. R-I-N-K-O. Toga. Toga's full name is Himiko Toga, while her sister's name is Rinko Toga. So, yeah. We just know Toga by Toga because, why would we call her by her first name? She's one of the OG characters. But yeah. So, the quirk that I'm going to bestow upon this lovely, lovely little girl is kind of malicious. And it's going to be a quirk that, it's going to involve blood. It's going to need the base of it to be blood. Since Toga's is blood, Deku's is blood, and we want all three of them to constantly be, in contact with each other. So therefore, the quirk is going to be blood summoning. Now, blood summoning is a quirk that I've created up myself. It involves the basis of what Deku did with the blood snake and also summoning jutsu from Naruto. If she sacrifices a little of her blood, anything that she thinks of that's technically an animal will appear. And she'll be able to control it to an extent. If it's over her power, if it's over her amount of control that it takes mental control, then it'll be, harder for her to control. She won't be able to control it and it'll run rampant. That's the danger of her quirk. So, they need control. It was either that or give her the same quirk as Deku. Now, I'll let you guys decide. But, without further ado, let's get into it. So, Toga walked out with little Rinko. And Rico's scared about what's happened. She's scared that the mean man that's technically her father, he's knocked out. And she always thought of him as absolute strength. And then she sees that this kid who looks just like, who looks no younger than his sister, her older sister, just knocked him out, clean as day. So she wonders, could he be a hero? And she's right. Deku is a hero. So I'm going to say that All Might asks Toga who the girl is. Toga then explains the situation about what's been happening for years at her household. About, her almost going into the depths of hell and her getting to the point where she had to abandon her siblings. Most of her siblings, aren't there. They've all left. But the youngest couldn't. And she didn't want to have to leave the youngest behind, but she was kicked out the house. And this actually makes All Might tear up a little bit. All Might begins to cry. Well, not cry, but... Sorry, I'm cooking right now. He begins to... Oh, yes. And since you guys didn't hit the the view goal, I forgot to tell you this in the beginning. I will take one of the subscribers' ideas. Deku will have a special quirk. Next, in a new what if that I'm doing. But don't worry about it. So yeah. And All Might asks Toga, well, what does she want to do? He then also asks the little girl, what does she want to do? And the little girl says that she wants to stay near her sister at all times. Because she's been scared of everyone else. She only accepts two people. Her sisters, her siblings, because technically her siblings left without her. Toga came back, so she views Toga as an idol. But she also respects the man or the person who knocked down the one who was striking fear into her. The same as Eri does. How Eri ignited her quirk in order to assist Deku during his battle with Overhaul. Now that was just mean, bro. That right there. Oh, an Overhaul. You guys are gonna like that part. But yeah. So Toga, then does not know what to do because tomorrow she's going to UA. Now, this gives All Might an idea. And this is also going to be a new function of UA that I'm going to specifically do. This gives All Might an idea. What if he talked to Nezu and made an extension to the UA Hero Course Academics program? Because nowadays it's like there's a lot more going on behind the scenes in homes, in the streets. Kids who are losing their parents. Hero kids who are losing their parents. And he thinks back to the water heroes and their son, Koda. Of course, y'all know I'm taking this. And before the UA starts, that same day, All Might goes back. After clearing up the situation, All Might goes back to Nezu. And he then begins to talk to Nezu. He asks Nezu, how would you feel about extending the hero course to all ages? And Nezu asks, well, what do you mean? And All Might explains the situation. And Nezu understands All Might's reason of thinking. He then states, well, this will take a lot of money. And out of nowhere, All Might says, I know. That's why I'll pay for it all myself. Out of the money that I've earned as a hero, I cannot sit by anymore and let, you know, these kids who have done nothing, basically, go about harmed. And the ones who've lost their parents due to the hero business, the hero industry, go without any support, any love and care. And he then begins to explain about what happened yesterday. And Nezu just looks disgusted. He remembers his past as a laboratory animal due to the fact that he had extensive intelligence and stuff like that. And he then begins to feel disgusted and nauseous and anxious. And he says, okay then, All Might, how about we put you in the head of this program? But where were these kids staying? All Might said, how about we initialize dorms? And boom, I'm dropping the dormitory stuff early due to the fact that, I feel like I have to. So Nezu says, well, how would we do this? And All Might then explains that we'll just send letters out to the parents of each kid. And the heroes that's in technically an orphanage, all the kids that's in the orphanage technically, they'll bring to the school and start training them, and teaching them basic knowledge, and they'll still do everything, the same way. It's just now they'll have an actual home. And Nezu likes this idea. So, that gets going. So the next day, it comes the day of the, when they all go to school. Rinko, Toga, and Deku are all walking hand in hand. Deku's holding Rinko on his shoulders, and he's just carrying her. And she's, happy to be out of the household. She's actually smiling for once. Oh yeah, and the little girl right next to the picture of those two is technically Rinko. So, yeah. So, everything happens similar. They send Rinko off to her new classes. Because Rinko wasn't getting basic schooling, And, yeah. So they send Rinko off to her classes. And then Deku and Toga then begins to head to their classes. And they're just like, why is the door so big? They both ask. And then they begin to giggle when they realize they said the exact same thing. They walk in to see Ida lecturing Bakugo, and Bakugo asks, do you ever shut up? Now when it comes to the class, there will be some changes. Because I cannot stand Endeavor. I know I'm saying this, and I know it sounds like I have some hostility towards Endeavor, but I just can't stand him for what he did to the poor boy, Todoroki. Oh, and in the aphrodisiac, mutation, the poor girl, Todoroki. So, that never happened. I'm just going to say that right now. That never happened. Turn this down a little bit. So, yeah. Everything happened similarly, and we get to the ball throw. Instead of, when Deku, he's told that he got the most amount of points. So therefore, he will be, the first to throw the ball. And Deku states, oh, interesting. Wow, okay. Sure, why not? And Toga's just cheering him on from the sideline, saying, you got this, baby. just, but Toga's thinking about something else in reality. She's thinking about her attitude towards that one girl. And she realizes that she may have made things a little awkward. So she walks up to the girl and she tries to apologize. Immediately the girl jumps away. Toga's thinks rude a little, huh? And she then understands, that her actions affect people. And as a hero, she can't just go around threatening people. She'll still be a yandere. But, I'm going to make this what if. Very weird. Okay. So Deku throws the ball 3,000 kilometers. He throws the ball that far due to the fact that he is, he constantly circulates his blood through his whole body, strengthening his body and constantly activating his adrenaline mode. And the more he activates his adrenaline mode, the more, ripped he gets. And the more innate strength he's able to push out of himself, so he launches the ball. And I have a feeling that a lot of you don't understand that blood is an essential part of the body. And without blood, it's like nothing would ever happen. Like you wouldn't be able to think, you wouldn't be able to breathe, you wouldn't even be able to move without blood. And I feel like I'm going to utilize that to its fullest potential. If you don't like it, then too bad. If you want to watch, you can keep watching. But Deku's going to have, I'm just going to let you know, Deku's going to have advanced intelligence due to the fact that the brain runs on blood. Technically, yes. Deku's also going to have a lot of other stuff. I'm not just going to make it limited to his, quirk being just... So, Aizawa's shocked. He then states, look, kid, I said do it without your quirk. And Deku then says, oh, without my quirk? I did do it without my quirk. I didn't even activate my quirk. And that's when Aizawa states, what is your quirk? Deku then explains his quirk. And a lot of people are shook, that such a gruesome quirk can actually exist. While people like Kirishima are just like, whoa, that quirk is so manly. And Deku then, starts smiling and blushing. Toga then says he's going to be perfect, here. Knowing that her hubby's going to succeed in this hero course. That's when Aizawa says, interesting. So your quirk allows you to manipulate blood. Come see me after class. And he does. But everything else goes in... Oh, I should tell you about how it goes. So Deku, after that, Aizawa then states, okay, so now I want you to use your quirk. And Deku says, okay, so can we use it any way we choose? And Aizawa says, well, I guess, sure. And Deku then thinks a little bit. He then gets an idea. He knows what he's able to do with his blood. But to what extent, he wonders. And Deku then bites his finger. Everyone wonders why he's doing this. And he starts rubbing his blood on the ball. Everyone's like, ew, that's gross. Well, some people are like, ew, that's gross. People like Mineta. and Coda. Well, I'm not sure it's Coda, but like the dude, the animal dude. And he's just like, Deku then says, "Don't worry, it'll get more interesting." He then begins to spread the blood all throughout, the he then begins to spread the blood all throughout the ball, all over the ball. He then tosses it a little bit into the air, feeling how much it is. And then he realizes that while his blood is covering it, it basically feels weightless to him. Like a strange version of telekinesis. So, he then thinks, okay, this is going to be a little bit more funner than I thought, huh? And he cocks back, and he throws the ball. Now, with his quirk activated, the ball breaks the sound barrier, and it immediately shoots into outer space. So, because this is like One for All mixed in with the quirk. Everyone's looking dumbfounded. Like, they're looking shocked. Like, how can his quirk be so powerful? And Aizawa then looks at his, his little device to understand how far it went. And then it says unlimited. So congratulations. He's taught him, Toga, and Uraraka are all tied in that part. Then we go to the sidestep. Deku doesn't, beat Ida. He doesn't beat a lot of people in this, but he still does pretty amazing. And like in the speed categories, Ida, beat him a lot in the speed categories. Only the speed categories. But like we get to the grit test, Deku comes first. It's said as unlimited. Why? Oh, that's easy. I can tell you why. Because he switches his blood around that makes his muscles thicker. And he pulls it using One for All as well. And he breaks the machine. Now, before he breaks it, the number that Aizawa sees leaves him spooked. It's just 99999. This basically implies his strength is unmeasurable. The more he uses his quirk in diverse ways, the stronger he is. And Deku just left the teacher shook. The teacher doesn't say anything. He just, says this kid's gonna make a great hero. And everything goes about the same. So, Deku gets, I'll say Deku get first place. And everyone's just, shocked. Now, one girl has actually has her eyes on Deku now. She's interested in Deku. And Coda notices. Toga notices this. She notices that this girl is acting like she a threat. She looking a little, interested in Deku. So, but Toga doesn't say anything because she realizes that her actions have consequences. So she just keeps to herself. Sorry, I know I'm taking a lot of pauses. I'm just making myself some food. I haven't eaten all day. what's better than, eating while you tell a story. Well, cooking food while you tell a story, technically. All right. So, Deku got first. Toga got like maybe fifth. Or Rocket and the score. All the other scores basically stay the same. Some people drop down, and yeah. Mineta never got expelled due to the fact that Aizawa was only kidding. And yeah. Now, off into the city, there's a man. This man has gloves on and a bird mask. I'm doing this part early because I want all the kids to be together. Like, I want them to have a significant part in this story. And they can't all do that if Aries not there. So, this man his name is he's, technically in the process of kidnapping a little girl. Because every story is not told fully. She's not told who her mom and father are. She's not told none of this. And, he picks up a girl with white hair. Her Aries' hair is white, right? I'm going to just say white hair. And a horn on her head. And he says, anonymously, this girl will be perfect. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this video off. Thank you guys for destroying the goal of the view count. I don't even care about the like goal for real. But the views, those are what matter to me. So, without further ado, I'm signing off for the day. The goal for this video will be 750 views by the time I get ready to do my next video. And, well, I don't really know what else to say. Thank you guys for sticking with me for so long. Even during my little long breaks. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I love you. But, without further ado, stay pervy.